Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I want you to listen to this video.
Yo, I got Strike on my phone. I'm sitting here in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States. This is Mr. Felton. This is Strike Engineer. He's in Europe. I want to send Mr. Felton $10 US. He obviously wants to receive the money as euros. So, we're going to do it over Strike. I'm going to hit pay. We're going to pay Mr. Felton $10 US for changing the world. These US dollars are going to magically zip over the ocean, over the Lightning Network, and arrive as euros in Europe in real time, less than a second and at no fee. We now have the power to send any amount of money at any time, at any place, at no cost. I thought Bitcoin and Lightning networks didn't work. Haters. Hi, I'm sorry.
So who is that? That is 26-year-old Jack Mallers. He's the CEO of Strike. And what he's doing is he's moving fiat by buying and selling Bitcoin in real time over the Lightning Network. And he's also doing it partnered up with Bittrex. They are an exchange. It's a very interesting project because they do have two yet to be named banking providers on this venture. He is choosing to roll out a pilot in El Salvador that is also going to incorporate the stable coins, the USD Tether, USD coin. In Q1 and Q2, there's a lot planned. So he's going to have the euro, the pound, the Swiss franc, and then introduce more fiat currency pairs in Q2. The partnership that he has established with Visa too will allow for a debit card in the United States and the EU in Q1 and Q2 respectively. He argues that Bitcoin creates a true foreign exchange rate. So I was sent this video from Jules on the beach, which I want to thank him very much for doing that. I did remind him that it still has some kinks to work out in regards to the Lightning Network. You need to have both users on each end online at the same time. It also leans a little bit into being centralized, and it is really not good for large payments. I want you to listen to Samson Mao. Samson is somebody who's has very deep experience with Bitcoin. He was the COO of BTC China in January 2015, which was the first Bitcoin exchange in China. He's now with Blockstream, but this podcast is fantastic. It's a Bitcoin tech deep dive, and there is a 2-minute portion where he talks about the Lightning Network, and I think it's very much something that if that application that we just saw is interesting to you, have a listen to what Samson says about, oh, I better turn this down too. This is a little bit loud. His voice is very strong. So have a listen to how Samson describes Lightning Network.
So now I'll get into the thing. So Lightning is for retail payments. It's meant for small payments, and you're effectively opening up channels. So a good analogy here, it's from Adam Back, is a bar tab. It's a little bit outdated analogy now, but for your average person, I think it's a simple explainer. So when you go to the bar, you give them your credit card. That's like opening up a channel, and then you have beers or wine all night, and they'll charge you $100 at the end of the night for all the drinks you had with your friends. But you don't need to go and pay every single time with your card and sign and tip and everything. You just do it all in one batch. That's a good example of the Lightning Network. So if Bitcoin is digital gold, then the Lightning Network and its channels are bar tabs. You open the channel and you can route through the network. You can send payments through other nodes on the network and get to your final destination. And because it's a network like this and it's routed through your peers, then there is no upper bound because you're not registering everything into a block on a blockchain. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I'm thinking of it from a use case. What organization that exists today do you see this being the biggest use case for?
I think a lot of merchants are accepting Lightning payments now, and basically anyone selling something that is not very expensive should be able to use Lightning. So there are issues with Lightning Network, which is large payments have trouble routing through because you're pushing it through these pipes, for lack of a better analogy. You're pushing through pipes, and there is capacity in the pipes. So imagine some liquid in the pipe, you're pushing it through. And if there's not enough capacity in the pipe, you won't be able to route your payment through to the destination. So you can fail when you're paying a couple $100. But if you're buying, I don't know, coffee, you could use it. You can use it to buy small things like stickers, pens, pencils. You could buy digital goods, songs. You could have iTunes supporting Lightning and pay for a song. So anything that's small is good for now. But as Bitcoin becomes more valuable, I think we'll see increased capacity in the channels and also more rollout of bigger channels. We call them Wumbo channels.
Okay, so I'm going to move on past that particular story, but I think that was very interesting. And this is just remarkable. It's a market like I've really never seen before, to be honest with you. And this has been something I've watched carefully for the last 4 years, going on 5 years, and the momentum is just incredible. It's just incredible. BTC did hit 40,000 and it retraced a little bit. Now it looks like it's back on the move again. Just when I was preparing for this video, XRP was up 47%. It slid back a little bit, but looks like it's charging forward again, along with Bitcoin heading back towards 40,000. ADA is strong, XLM is strong, Litecoin is up, Tezos is up. It's just really a really fun time to be in this space. And I am going to continue the fun with hosting the Senior Business Vice President. He is the regional head of consumer business in Asia, and that would be with the NEOM Vice President, who NEOM is named as an ODL partner. They are, of course, a on-demand liquidity partner that uses the digital asset XRP. We're going to talk about this new app called Quix, and it was launched in the corridor between Singapore and the Philippines. Now that VP of NEOM, that's Michael Minassian, and here he is here. I think you're going to really enjoy him, not only because he is doing some interesting work at NEOM in the Northern Asia and Philippine region. He's head of Australia, Oceania areas, but he was with MoneyGram for 5 years, and he was with Western Union for 6 years. So please look forward to that coming shortly. And you know, I just really feel that in talking about my portfolio, which I don't do very often, it's very wide, like more than 15 projects. And if it wasn't for Tiffany, I probably would not have gone so deep into XLM. And with the recent news and gains that we've seen, I do believe she deserves a shout out from me, because I want to thank her for the position that I took with XLM, because that has really been super exciting. The Stellar Development Foundation is really knocking it out of the park recently. And I have a big surprise for you coming up. This is going to be with a token that was issued on the platform, and they have a big announcement in January. And so that is also something to look forward to. And talking about things that are in my portfolio, VeChain is another. And I want to say, wow, go get 'em, Sonny. Congratulations on your digital certificate for the healthcare provider Mediterranean Hospital of Cyprus, where they're going to use your platform to put that proof of vaccination on the blockchain. And another favorite of mine is XDC. This is going to be a webinar where the co-founder, Atul, will talk about trade finance to the industry professionals on January 19th, discussing the use of hybrid blockchains. I'm sure I'll cover this and I'll bring you the highlights for sure. And congratulations to Tezos. Yes, another one that I am really fond of. This is the first to validate transaction blocks in Saudi Arabia for Tezos. This was an expansion announcement that was in the last 24 hours. And so getting into the MENA region, which is the Middle East, Northern African region, is superb for this particular project. And I want to bring just a little update here with Flare and the group that is building on this particular network, Flare Finance. The beta is in testing mode, and there's just a lot going on, and they are just busy as bees in that testing of some of the products that are going to roll out for Flare Finance on the Flare network. Now, I talked about how the IOU was being traded on BitTrue, and I got a lot of questions because people were like, "Well, where's my Spark? This must be a scam. I didn't get my Spark." Well, it's an IOU, and I said in the IOU format, but people only really hear what they want to hear, and they don't get down to the details, and so. I'm happy to answer questions always on the backside of Twitter, but what I really want everyone to do is, before you go asking anyone for that matter, go to flare.xyz. If you click on this upper menu, you're going to see that you can go to the home, the blogs, the docs, the supporting exchanges, the exchanges in Japanese, the supporting wallets, the team, the Flare presence, the contact. But this blog is so resourceful for everyone. So if you have any questions about Flare and the Spark token, just get to this blog and look through all of the articles that have been posted, and I'm sure your question is going to get answered here. All right, and Quant, this is another one that I really like. I was looking for an update. It's an Overledger OS, a distributed ledger technology that's an operating system for enterprise, and it really is focused on delivering interoperability. And the CEO and founder, Gilbert Verdian, wow, and his team, in my opinion, they are the most impressive in the space. And I just couldn't believe what I found when I was looking for some new information to update you on. I think everyone who's been in the space for a while will recognize this person. It was a video that was uploaded on the Turnio website, and it has just, 70 views. That's it. It's been up since January 1st. It's titled Quant Beginner's Guide. So, do you know who this is? It should look familiar to you. That is Dustin Plantholt. And I think a lot of you who have been around a while saw him on the Brad Kimes channel often when they did this raise to create the cryptocurrency documentary. And what I found most interesting, because I can't wait to see that, but I also can't wait to see this one too. On January 7th, Dustin uploaded this photo that he's doing another documentary with Dan Pena. And if you watch the Bearable Bull in his videos, he uses a lot of the clips from Dan Pena. And so I don't think it gets old, at least not for me, what a character he is. And when you listen to him on his channel, he really is a unique character. So we've got a couple of things to look forward to from Dustin. And then there's just one thing more before I jump into some fluff, and that is there is a slight change for content creators. This is Susie. She goes by Crypto Granny, and she announced that she's no longer going to make free videos on YouTube or post on Twitter, but she's bringing all her content exclusively to Patreon clients only. And she asked everyone to send this around. So I'm doing that for her. And in her Patreon levels, it looks like she's sold out at the $10 a month, but you can then jump in on a $20 a month or a $35 a month. And then it has the different, you can click on these to expand out all of the benefits that you'll enjoy by becoming a Patreon member. So anyway, yeah, I'm just passing that along for her at her request. All right, everybody, let's just jump to a little bit of fluff. And this will be interesting to know. I think I've told you that Mr. Kitao is the CEO of SBI Holdings. He is a scholar when it comes to the Chinese classics, and he talks in a article that was uploaded in Japan on January 3rd about the ancient Chinese zodiac, because you know you have the year of, and we're in the year of the ox this year. And this comes from the Shang dynasty, who were thought to be nomadic because they were tending their sheep as they crossed the grasslands. And because they were very connected to the environment, they paid attention to the cycles of life. And I guess the zodiac studies, which are a collection of thousands of years of wisdom and historical observations, starting with this nomadic tribe, use nature, and it has continued to present day. And so 2021 is the year of the yin, as in yin yang, yin metal ox. Yeah, when we take a look at the years going back, 1973 was the yin year of the ox with water. 1985 was with yin and wood. 97 was yin and fire. 2009 was yin and earth. So the last time we had yin and metal was 1961. And in this year, it is believed that we will face some obstacles early on, and but it does get better. And the luckiest months are April, September, and September. You should exercise often, and you should stay away from risky activities. And in Japan, you see these guardian spirits, if you will, in the form of all types of media, from ceramic to wood to stretched fabric. It's just everything. And of course, the guardian spirit for this particular year is the ox. So all of the figurines are that of an ox. I showed this one because this is the one I have. I have it out in my front room on my coffee table. And it's kind of, I don't know, maybe a little decorative, of course, which is enjoyable, but it is thought to bring good luck when you pay respect to that guardian spirit. This is one that is stretched in fabric. I think it's really quite lovely. And this is one that I thought was a little humorous. It is the sitting daimyo, which would be a sitting warlord. I like it a lot. And then one that is from Hakata, which does famous ceramic ware. is the version that has symbolization that symbolizes the yokozuna, or the grand champion in sumo. So here's a grand champion ox with his ornamentation that signifies he is a yokozuna, yeah, for the sport sumo. I thought it was great. This is a very classic, famous part of Kyushu that does this ceramic ware called hakata. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you, and I do wish you the very best. Take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.